Cuda, now to the 6-pack Cuda. You would have seen it in the background. I already let in that we were going to do both of these cars. Again, very grateful for Brad and Daryl getting us in here. But so yeah, we have two 70 Cudas together, and I mean these are the Street Fighters right here, 446 pack and a Hemi car. So this one, we're going to look at this one today. This one has quite a few options. One noticeable difference between the Hemi Cuda and this one is no shaker hood. This is your standard rally hood, but this car boasts many cool things. And like I mentioned in the other video, that initially before these cars were restored in, we're talking 35 plus years ago, these hoods were actually swapped from car to car, but not in the same ownership. There's a gentleman that lives a few miles away, I guess, that he is the Mopar guy in the area. But anyway, this one was sold from Swift Current area, went down somewhere in the Estevan area, I guess. Had a light restoration done or a paint job of such, and then it made its way back up to Swift Current actually. So I'm going to walk you through this car. This one, I know a little bit more. The Hemi car is factory order 410 Dana, so super track pack car, but it's got 354s in it now for easier driving, less engine RPM. But this one, on the other hand, it is a super track pack car, and it does have 410 gears in it right now. So yeah, when Daryl gets out to go dance with this car, it performs as it's supposed to. So anyway, without any further ado and no more babbling, let's do it. All right, 1970 Cuda. So this one also, like Brad's Hemi car, it's got the road lamps and hood pins. So again, there's some similarities. So I've come to figure that these license plates, I think, are made. Now, we're not 100% sure this is an auto-clearing Saskatoon car, but it is 100% Canadian. It's a Y07 coated on the fender tag. It is from Saskatchewan. Still trying to track down for sure information, but nevertheless, it is a numbers matching engine, numbers matching transmission. This car is better than driver quality, for sure. It is freaking cool. Here's some pictures that the owner now has, and so we're looking for where it was from. Like I said before, it was in the Mooseman Wapella area for a stint sometime in the early 70s, mid 70s, let's say. There's a potential it was from Virden, Manitoba, or Winnipeg, Manitoba. So we're just putting these pictures out there. Maybe they refresh somebody's memory out there. It's definitely not auto clearing though. We have since solidified that. So 3 2-barrel carburetor, so V code. It's got the right performance manifolds. It's got the date, part number correct. Heater hoses, 956 rad, like 6-pack, 446 pack and Hemi car should have. Okay, let's look at the fender tag. Start there. Okay, so we are gonna start, and I'm gonna try and zoom in and focus. Orange, I find very difficult to get this. Okay, so E87. 446 pack, D21, 4-speed, BS23, Barracuda Special, which makes it a Cuda, hardtop V, 6-pack, 440, 0, 1970, and that is, sorry, mechanical failure. So like I was saying, these two cars are built in the same plant. Then the serial number, again, not that it's a big deal, 178572, so then EV2. So we are talking Hemi Orange, top and bottom, no vinyl roof, super track pack, interior's H6X9, so premium black, which, check. What else we got? It was February 5th, so it says here. B51, pretty sure that's power brakes. If I'm wrong again, this is off the cuff. I'm not Mark Mormon. I don't do any rechecking before. Maybe I should, maybe it would be better, but whatever. C16, we have a console. C55, we have bucket seats. J45, 3-speed wipers. M21 drip rail moldings. M25 and M31, I always forget what those are, sorry. N41, N42, so dual exhaust with chrome trumpet tips. R22, so it's AM radio with 8-track, and then V6X, we have the black stripe. Y07 is Canada, Canadian specs, and 26-inch rad, which I've already said, it is a 956 rad. So we're good. We are good. Now, one thing that I should look at, so crumple zones. I always have this. Now I got 270 E-bodies here at the same time. So that one is November. Let's take a look at this one. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, so November 69 is what the sticker says. Well, the stamping is B05. Well, anyway, can't be perfect. So I don't see any crumple zones in that hood. Does anybody see crumple zones in that hood? Oh, right there. Now I gotta look at the Hemi Cuda. This is the research part that I love. So it is the same. Well, that might, no, it's got the divot there. So this might be, so early 70s didn't have it, late 70s had it. 1269, only a month difference. Well, guess what this just did? It's gonna spark up a conversation. Someone's gonna call me an idiot. Someone's gonna let me have it, and that's okay. So let's get the information out there. Please comment on the crumple zone thing, okay? Please. Okay, so we got a 4-speed pistol grip with console. So with the E-bodies, and I'm gonna do this here, we have the seat belts come out of the floor here, here, so we move this ahead, which I need my other hand for, sorry. The seat belt's tucked real nice in the back of the console. I think that's pretty cool. It's a hard top, the windows roll down. I think all E-bodies are like that. Yeah, just a beautiful car. Again, road lamp options, which I already mentioned. So we have that over here, just like the Hemi car. I don't know if that's the true mileage. This is an original steering wheel, never been restored. Standard gauge is no tack, but a tack has been added. Super tack has been added. And then there's no carb air pull because there's no shaker car, or shaker hood, sorry. No N96 option. But again, this is wicked. This is super cool. I love it. E-bodies, they always command primo dollar. Certain B-bodies do too. And the market, again, back out here, this is an appraisal drive. So with Mandershot Auto Appraisals, we've seen some things, we've read some things, and we're following the market. And there is uncertainty in the market, and it's causing some concerns. Now, a good car, as quoted by a car collector friend of mine, a good car is always gonna be worth good money. And these two cars are unreal, and they're sitting beside each other in the same shop. I mean, I don't know, does it get cooler than this? I don't know. Again, forever grateful having the opportunity to come out here and appraise these cars for Daryl and Brad. They allow me to do the videos as just kind of cut me loose and let me go unfiltered. This is even a dual mirror car, sorry, squirrel. But again, I'm super grateful and thankful, and all of those things that come with this, and just cool car people. And that's one of the reasons why I started the Mandershot Auto Appraisals, is just to meet car folk, look at some cool cars, and help where we can help. So yeah, if we can give you any assistance, don't hesitate. Reach out on Facebook, Messenger. My cell phone number's on there too, 306-220-7123. Or you can find me at Riv Classic Car Sales in Saskatoon, 2634 Faithful Avenue, where we buy and sell classics, we consign classics, we fix classics, and we sell restoration parts for classics. So, thank you. Like, share, subscribe. See you down the trail. Bye for now.